So I'm going to talk about my health issues that I've had going on that I've addressed a little bit or kind of mentioned in passing, maybe. I'm not sure. Um, so when I got pregnant in 2021, I didn't gain any weight. I ended up gaining a total of 9 pounds because I got sick all the time. I couldn't. It didn't matter. I was on so many anti-nausea medications, and it was like I couldn't even hold down water. It was terrible. I was constantly dehydrated. I mean, I was constantly being monitored for preeclampsia. I was in and out of the doctor all the time. I just felt terrible, terrible. And I gave birth to my son at 40 weeks, which they said he was 39, but it was 40. I know the day that he was conceived, and whatever. You know, they're not. It's not even fully accurate, but so it was a really difficult labor, and it put my body through a lot. And I did it alone, of course. My mom was there, and my lawyer showed up, and he stayed the night there one night with me, which was really cool. He's actually my son's godfather, so that was really cool. And it was it was a scary, heartbreaking thing for me, and I went through some postpartum from it, and some anxiety. So when I get really anxious, I now get sick, which isn't cool, but I think I've got that kind of down, handled now. So, anyways, in April, I went like 5 days before then without eating. I couldn't eat. It didn't matter. I'd eat it, come up. I'm surprised I even had teeth still at this point. But I would get sick. And so it would be like, I'd try to eat clean. I'm like, I need clean food. I'm going to meal prep. I got to throw this around my body. And my body didn't want to hold that down. You know what I wanted to hold down? Bread, balsamic vinegar, and olive oil, and gummy candy, which is exactly the only thing I could hold down when I was pregnant. And I'm like, what is wrong? So it kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse, right? So, hold on, my phone's gonna die. I gotta charge it one sec. So, okay, I'm back. I have a charger right now. So, anyways, I was just feeling so sick, but I was so busy trying to take care of all this unnecessary BS that I wasn't really paying attention to my health anyways. Like, I was trying to, but it's not like I can go to the gym because I'd have to go to one that has childcare, and honestly, I really can't afford it right now. It's an extra expenditure, so I just work out at home. But anyways, all this stuff's going on, and I'm like, I'm tired all the time. I can't concentrate. And I have a prefrontal it's a rotational TBI in my prefrontal cortex from a domestic ASSA ULT relationship I was in. That was really, 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 really bad. I almost lost my life. So my son and I co-sleep right now, and I don't even care what you have to say about it. It is what it is. But I enjoy it. He enjoys it. It's not permanent, but it is for now. And he, in his sleep, kicked me in the head really hard where my brain injury was. So I was already having some cognitive issues that I realized, and I know how to handle it. So I have to get off my devices, which hurt my income more because you can't look at devices when you have that going on. It makes it worse, honestly. So I have all these massive amounts of stress. I'm throwing up. I'm having cognitive issues. My mom's having to help my son, which stresses her out because it's hard for her because her arthritis. So I have all this going on, and it's just terrible. Well, I have a minor heart attack in April, like April 10th, and I'm in the hospital. They do absolutely nothing for me. Nothing. They're terrible. I move and I get to this new place, and I'm like, man, I'm feeling a lot better for a couple days. And then I get sick back to back. Me and my son do. We went to Dollar General Market and got sick as F. That was the only place we went. It wasn't we ate different food and everything. That's where it came from. So we were super sick, so that made it even worse where I couldn't really work. And I was like, what is going on? I just want to feel better. This is crazy. So I'm like stressed out. I'm not able to sleep. I'm having panic attacks at night because, I'm stressing out. And then my stomach gets hurt on top of that. So it was just like a nightmare. Well, then all the BS happens and I move back to where I'm at now. Golly, is that? Oh, that's one of my hair bands. I guess my little thing broke. Oh, well, that's fine. I don't care. I'm going to bed soon anyways. So all this stuff is going on, and I'm just like, oh my God. Well, I get back and to where I'm at, and I'm staying here. Well, I go to my mom's for like 4 days, and I'm there, and I'm just feeling like crap. And she's giving me all these different medicines that are like, they're not like narcotic, they're just over the counter like stomach medicines, because my mom has massive acid reflux issues. And I'm like, maybe it's acid reflux, but my mom also has hemochromatosis, and whenever you stop having your menstrual cycle, which I haven't had one in 2 years, then your body stores too much iron in your blood, and it can make you very sick. And all of the things that she went through with it, I was going through, and it's a genetic thing, and I haven't been tested for it, so I still don't know if I have it, but I'm going to. I don't get in with the specialist until the 21st. I think it's the 21st. I have to look at my agenda, but something like that. But anyways, to go find out, to test, to see if I have ferritin in my body, to see if that's what's going on, and if I'm possibly going into early menopause. I don't know. So, anyways, I'm just feeling like crap at my mom's house, and I'm like, what is wrong, man? I'm just like getting sick all night, and I can't hold anything down. I'm trying to eat like chips or bread or anything, and I just can't hold it down. And she's like, you need to go to the doctor. Well, I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. So I come to my place that I'm staying at right now, and I come back here, and I'm just like sick. Like all day, just like getting sick, trying to eat, getting sick. I found some of my medication for when I was pregnant that was like for stomach issues. Taking that, it's not doing anything. Taking over the counter stuff, not doing anything. I'm like, what is wrong, man? Well, then I'm like laying down, and my friend's like watching me, basically like babysitting me and my son, and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong, man. And I start getting violently sick. Like I'm talking uncontrollable body heaving that is so like hardcore that I don't even know what to say. I mean, it was like terrible. And it just keeps on going on for like 2.5 days. And I'm like, and I'd already just been doing it for a couple days anyways. And I'm like, I don't know what to do to make this stop. And I was so dehydrated. I had no spit in my mouth, and I started like basically hallucinating. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I've never felt like this. And so I start trying to, get in with my OBGYN and stuff, and this other specialist, like, oh, we can't see you till, October or something, and all this stuff. And I start trying to make appointments, but I can't even focus on my phone. And thank goodness I had someone. The worst I've literally ever felt my entire life, like the absolute worst. And I'm just trying to figure out, well, then it comes to like probably midnight. This is last week. And no, it's been like 7 or 8 days. I mean, it's been a little over a week. I mean, so anyways, I start getting a nosebleed because I'm busting the capillaries inside my head from getting so sick. And I'm like trying to eat ice chips or anything I can. It's just, I couldn't even hold it down. And it's just like, I go to bed with like toilet paper in my nose. Well, I wake up in the middle of the night, I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, is there blood in the corner of my eye? Like, and I'm like looking, and I'm like, surely not. And then it's from my nose, like I don't know. So I write it off, and I lay down. Well, then it's like probably like 4 in the morning, and I get really sick again, and I'm just like sick. And I'm like, and he's like, dude, this is like way out of control. Like, what is going on? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. And so he's like, I'm going to call your mom. I'm like, yeah, call my mom. And so my mom's like asleep, whatever. So then my nosebleed gets like way worse. And I'm like, it's just like pouring down. And I'm like, this is really bad. Like, I don't want to get sick again because it's getting worse, but I can't stop it. You know what I mean? It's all the pressure. So I have toilet paper rolled up in my nose. And so then I lay back down for a little while. And this is like couple hours, and I finally get a little bit of sleep, and I'm just, because I feel just terrible, like my stomach hurts so bad. And I'm laying there, and I'm like, can taste the coming down, and I'm just like, ugh. Well, I get up, and I'm like trying to eat some ice chips, and like trying to see if I have any more of my pregnancy medicine that might help me. And I sat there for a few seconds, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get sick. And this is like about 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, right? And maybe almost 7. It's in that range. Because I got checked into the ER at 7:39 in the morning. So I'm like sitting there, and you know what? I'm going to show you that I'm not lying. Okay, so on my paperwork, I'm going to cover up my name. There you go. And I am going to cover up my real name on here too. Here's my hospital bracelet. And let me show you the date, just so you know. It's right here. Yeah. No, I'm not going to put my real birthday and my first, middle, and last name on there. Sorry. But anyways, so I get up, and I'm like, my nose is it's just pouring out and I can't stop it. And I'm like holding it, like trying to do this number. And I'm like, this is out of control. Like it's so much. And I'm like doing this and all of a sudden blood comes pouring out of my eye all the way down my face. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I turn around and I'm like, start bawling my eyes out to my friend. I'm like, oh my God, I don't understand what's going on. Like this is not okay. And like, I figured out that the hallucinations I was having, because I was having them, is because I had shoved that up my nose and was holding it, and it was backing up blood into my brain and pushing on my brain. And I have a brain injury on top of that, so I guess that's what was going on, because it was like I was seeing things like straight up, like it was wild. So it just like completely all the way filled up and just ran all, I mean, it was all the way on my shirt. Like I don't have a picture of it, and I can't even post on here if it was. It was the scariest thing I've ever seen my body do, or that I think I've, other than childbirth. Yeah, that's intense, but it was terrifying. So we rushed to the ER, and I'm like tripping. Okay, I have not been able to hold down water for like 5-6 days at this point. I'm talking not even an ice cube. Okay, I couldn't hold down any food in that entire 5-6 day period of time. And that wasn't the first time that I haven't been able to eat, but I had like one piece of bread, I had like 2 or 3 chips and a couple pieces of gummy candy. That's all my body would hold down, and that was that was hard to hold down. So I go, and I'm like freaking out, and of course they do the same BS. They don't check this. Yeah, wait, the last one was Mercy. This one was Integra. So sorry, and the last time I took an ambulance ride, but they're like, oh well, did you just pick your nose? I'm like, I didn't pick my nose, dude. This is like a whole other deal. This is scary to me. Like, I'm freaking out, and this could be possibly because of my brain injury. I don't know. And I need help. And they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe it's just a stomach bug. I'm like, this isn't a stomach bug, bro. Like, this is something serious. So, what we found out is that because of my high levels of stress, which were way too hard, and then for me holding that stress in and not, like, I've worked on that a lot, like forgiveness and things like that recently, a whole lot, and I feel so much better. And cutting my soul ties a lot, and it's helped a lot. But anyways, those are very real. I am on some medications for my GI tract and for my esophagus and for my acid reflux that is way out of control, and it's a hereditary thing. And a lot of that also is every time you get stressed out, your body dumps cortisol, which causes acid and just all this stuff. So I'm on a couple different medications now that one will be for the rest of my life, the other 2 are just temporary. I have them for like another 2 weeks, I think. And it's just to heal my throat and stomach lining and all that stuff and get me healed up. Now, 3 times a day, I'm doing coconut, lime, salt, and coconut oil, it is. Lime, salt, and water, and cayenne. And I'm doing that, and that cleans out, all kinds of stuff. And it helps neutralize the acid in your stomach. And then I have completely cleaned up my diet. I'm not gonna lie, I did have a slice of pizza today, but I was kind of eating bad. Because I was all over the place. It was hard to meal prep, so I've been eating, I'm actually going vegetarian in like a week or so, but I'm, if you do step by step, if you don't go cold turkey on the other stuff, then it goes a lot better. So I've done chia seeds and egg whites and grilled chicken and, rice, and like last night I did meal prep, I did lentils with grilled chicken and a bunch of salad mix and stuff like that, which I do a balsamic on. So I've cleaned up my diet a lot, started working out. I started doing a 28 yoga challenge, 28-day yoga challenge tomorrow, but I've just been working out, doing like different odds and ends here, and been meditating and praying a lot, and got a lot of that stress that was making me so sick out of my body. And I'm grateful that I have a very safe place that I'm at right now. Yeah, I'm trying to get into my own house, and it's gonna happen. It'll be in a couple weeks probably, but I'm like, I think I found a place that I want, so we'll see what happens. But that's what happened with my health. I'm completely fine now that I know of, especially because I'm getting my diet back on track, which I completely cleaned for 20 years. And then when I got with his dad didn't take care of his health or his body, stressing me out. Plus, on top of that, when you get pregnant, it messes up your body pretty bad, from what I figured out. And I'm fixed, so I can't do that again. But yeah, it's just a lesson I had to learn. So I'm okay, and I'm gonna be more consistent, and so everything should be much better. But that's what was going on with my health, and so there you go. To all 180 of you that are here, have a good night.